Stand on it. I'm your host, Assad.
And I'm your host Byron. And today we got a special guest, one part of the Twin Towers from the
Uh,
2015 Owensboro High School State Championship, Mr. Justin Miller, J.
Yes,
Mill.
sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thanks for
Yes, sir.
coming
Thanks
on,
for
man. I
coming on.
I
appreciate it,
appreciate the opportunity.
man. You got
Yes,
man.
yes.
Your name around Owensboro is huge, man.
Man,
It
it's a
is.
little something, little something.
I mean, you came in there. I ain't gonna lie, you won the city state championship last one we had. I mean,
In any sport. I mean, especially except for like maybe an individual type of sport,
Yeah,
but a team sport, yeah.
definitely was a collective effort. It wasn't just me. We made it happen, bro. We went up there the junior year, and, got sent home first round. Came home with a taste in our mouth, and we wanted to get it, the whole thing. So we got it done, bro.
But yeah, but you, from the things that I've read about that run, you was that attack dog. Though. You was that person that basically got things going.
I
You know
seen
what
a
I'm saying?
stat. I seen a stat just recently. I think you posted it. You like got the highest field goal percentage up there in the state, right?
Number three.
Number three.
Yeah, number three.
That's you know how many people that came through that state tournament up there. That's a huge accomplishment right
I
there.
appreciate it. I
That's
For
appreciate it.
real.
Appreciate it.
definitely a huge compliment. And then just the name though, like me, like I said, I had to read about, that run and stuff. So I'm seeing Justin Miller. I'm like, hold on, man, what's going on? Because I'm thinking, Justin Miller, and you
Right.
probably when you first come here, because I know you're not originally from Owensboro, and you used to tell people, man, my name's Justin Miller. They probably like laughed at you a little bit, like, man, no, you ain't Miller, man. We know who Justin Miller is,
Right.
because there was a Justin Miller to come before you.
Yeah, yeah.
That he played football, went on to to be a professional football player. But yeah, when I seen it, I was like, hold on, man, it got to be a typo or something, man.
Nah.
Miller ain't back. Hey,
Yeah,
Miller back. He ain't back playing basketball.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so like I said, you're not from here.
I was born here. I was born here. I was from here.
Okay.
Then we moved to Beaver Dam whenever I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. Lived with my grandparents, but I am from here. I'm a Wimsett. My father, rest in peace, Wally Gator himself, Martell Wimsett. I just don't have my dad's last name,
Yeah,
but yeah. Um, so just want to clear that up.
yeah. For those
Yeah.
that don't know, and I'm one of them, I didn't know that.
Okay.
So now, okay, that
Yeah.
explains. I got you,
For
got
sure. For
you,
sure.
got you.
So
Because
so
I went to school a lot with some stuff.
so take us back to the Ohio County days, the Beaver Dam days.
Okay.
How it all got started for you.
Man, so I feel like whenever you grow up, you kind of notice whenever you're starting to really be, ahead of your peers in a way with sports. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I was in eighth grade, got moved up to the varsity team. That's whenever I knew, like, I think I could really do something with basketball and be something over there. And uh, go ahead. What'd you ask?
Like how it all started, like how you. I grew up with you, so I know you
Right.
went to Ohio County, played ball together, AAU, and all that. But like, how you went to Ohio County, and then you came to Owensboro, and like,
Yeah.
I just want to how like let people know how that all
How it all unfolded?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Well, that's a big one. Because everybody has their own opinions about that
And that's the
situation.
thing, because
You
I
know
know
what
people
I'm
people said you was up here living with somebody one time. I remember that whole
saying? Right.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I want people to know for real. Like,
Yeah. Because it's the statute of limitations is up. I
Yes.
can't. Nobody can get the state
Yeah.
championship. I guess can't. Be in jeopardy of it or nothing. But yeah,
I
I
don't
was.
think they doing no vacation.
no.
Yeah. So nah, man. I was like I said. I was playing varsity ball as an eighth grader, and not getting the minutes I thought I was capable of back then. And would play a lot of minutes, then wouldn't play at all in front of the home team crowds in Ohio County for some reason. I don't know. We go out town, I play a lot. But then my freshman year, I broke my foot. So I broke my foot my freshman year, didn't play the whole season. And that following year, told my mom that I wanted to transfer. And I've been wanting to transfer for a while in middle school because I had played with Coach Sanford, and we played y'all the only great league team, and back in the day, and that's whenever I kind of really wanted to like try to make that jump over here, but financial standpoint and driving over here every day, or living with a family member, something like that, kind of delayed that process.
Right.
But no, I transferred over here because I just felt like it would be a better opportunity. And my freshman year, like I said, I was injured a calendar year, and I knew that if I sat out a whole year, they wouldn't be able
To mess with
to mess with me or anything. But back then I did have a different mindset that I was really strategic with what I wanted to do. I probably could have played after Christmas break my freshman year of high school, but I decided to, you know, say that my foot was bothering me because I knew like in my mind that I was gonna try to make this leap
Yeah.
to go to Owensboro next year, and so it kind of worked out that way to transfer to OHS my sophomore year, and then going on my junior senior year.
So when you said, like at home, and I'm speaking about being in Beaverdale, where you were playing, as an eighth grader on the varsity team, and they not really want to play you, racial issue. Would that be the thing, or was it? Because I'm trying to, and I'm not, and I'm asking that because of the stigma and the stereotype that
Now,
particular place
okay.
gets.
Now
You know,
before he answers, I do remember I went to the game my junior year, your senior year. We went back to Ohio County and played. Or was it junior year you went back? It was one of them years you went back and played.
It was my sophomore first year,
It was
first
that
year.
okay, the sophomore. Sorry, they gave us mad hell.
I imagine so.
They gave us mad.
Yeah,
I
they gave
imagine.
me hell,
They gave me hell.
but
I
there
was
was
in the stands watching that. They
And,
gave me
and
hell.
and the reason why that's part of the question on the build up because I also heard something of that. Like you going back, it never was stated what year it was, but you went back and it wasn't real pleasant for them that you came back. You see what I'm saying? And I
right.
was just trying to build up to that, like because it's like it's uh a lot of even professional, when they're playing for a team, that particular fan base or the team may not appreciate you while you're there. You know what I'm saying? They may not value what you bring while you're there, so that you either get traded or whatever happens, or you just leave. And in his case, like you said, he's strategic. He's like, okay, this is not a fit for me. I need something, that's going to fit me. This is the place. Let me find that. And when he found it, and then he come back, and then they're probably looking like, hold on, man. Like, no, you're here. Like, you left us to go over here, so now we hate you. Now we don't like you. This type of thing. But he stated that his eighth grade year, that he didn't get much playing time at home, being in Beaverdale, but they were playing on the road.
Yeah,
So
I don't get
so
that. Why
so
was
that's
that?
what
That's like
that's what I'm thinking
like
up
some
to.
old Glory Road, like
I
the movie
just
Glory Road type
Yeah,
shit
but
right
that's what
there.
I'm thinking up to.
So to answer your question, I didn't transfer due to racial reasons.
Okay.
There was there was a few times, we're all black men in here. I've been called the N word before, you know what I mean, in school and stuff. But like, there was no racial thing with the coaches or anything like that for me to leave.
Okay.
Um, but but the thing with playing at the home games and the away games, I just feel like whenever we would play like high level teams, like I would be playing out there, and then whenever we would play these teams from the region or the district, Butler County, these teams like that, I wouldn't get no burn like that. And back then in eighth grade, like my mindset was, because I had a great mentor that passed away that year. Whenever I was playing varsity as an eighth grader, I was super hungry. I wanted to be out there. I was probably in the best shape of my high school career whenever I was in eighth grade. Um, and he had just passed away, and so I wasn't playing, and that's just how it went. That's how it unfolded at home. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's on them for not playing me
Gotcha.
that many times at home, but away I would play a little bit more.
So basically, I mean, and it's all speculation, 'cause like you said, nobody knows. But maybe the lower level competition
Right.
let everybody else get their shine. Now, when playing this higher level competition, man, we gonna let our own big dog come out and
Yeah.
compete. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay, that makes sense, and I'm glad you cleared that up because I'm telling you, those that don't know your story,
Yeah.
that's what we're thinking, based off of the stigma of where you was playing at, and
Right.
that's what we're thinking.
It was all opportunity based for me to leave Ohio County. There's good folks over there now that I still talk to this day. The high school coach that I was going to play for, he let me in the gym 2 summers ago whenever I was training to go play overseas. So it's all love over there. I just it is a little awkward though, for sure. Because I did leave and do what we did. So, but we did lose to him, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
No, they did not. But look though, Ohio County was nice.
Oh, yeah.
Preston,
Yeah.
they had some little guard that was jumping out the gym, dunking on the people. Like, bro, Ohio County was nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying they was.
Okay.
The stereotype white boys hanging hoops. Shit, them
It's a
white
good-
boys was hooping.
Yeah.
It's a good
And then
program.
you add Justin,
But-
and then upcoming Trace Young. Shit, Ohio County was tough.
I just know, and I'm just going off of my days, that were
Yeah.
probably 10, 15 years before you're
I'm
all.
telling you, Byron, this Ohio County team that I seen play with Preston and them, they had a dog walk y'all team. I swear to God.
A lot of sets.
Hey,
A lot of sets.
and you're not thinking, this little white dude about to rise up. But I seen him in my eye at the Sports Center against Owensboro Catholic when he rose up on Cameron O'Brien and them, and I'll never forget that. Never forget it. If you know his name, you know what I'm talking about. Little guard, not the little one, fast.
My sophomore year,
Yes, and jump out the gym.
probably Austin Dockery. That's probably who it was.
Sounds familiar.
Well, get
What
a
number
shot
was
at
he?
Austin Dockery.
I don't remember, bro.
FSU
If it was 22.
Austin,
If Austin Dockery had
Whoever it
bounced.
was that was banging, little guard that had done.
Yeah, Austin Dockery had bounced.
FSU Austin, and you watching this, man.
Shout out to you,
confirm
dog.
or deny that
Because
for us,
I
please.
seen it. You made me believe. I was a believer after that.
Yeah, he had some bounce.
So my question is this: have you always been the stature that you are? Like, if you always, I mean, of course, you probably been a little bit bigger, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
your 8th grade year, were you like already a man amongst boys type of thing?
He was always bigger. I was a big kid. I thought I was big, and then I met Justin.
And he was bigger.
Yes. So we've always had a competition. We've always been competing with each other. Always.
Growing up.
Because I was football, he was basketball.
Yeah.
I tried to play basketball with him. He tried to play football with us in Ohio County. I remember we tried to play football.
Didn't go well.
It didn't go well.
Didn't go well for us.
Didn't go well for us. Saying though, like when I see you though, I'm automatically thinking, man, here's a tackle.
He's
right
a
here.
no.
Like, here's your blind side.
Did you
right
get
here.
scholarships offered to you during basketball?
Man, I had Northern Illinois show some interest. You know what I'm saying?
He's playing. We're hooping at tournaments, or he's hooping at tournaments.
Tight end. That's what they want you.
No, tackle. Yeah, I was a bigger guy. Yeah, I wasn't really athletic. Just a bigger dude though.
Okay, but I'm saying I thought about George Fant.
Yeah.
And George Fant
that's my boy. Shout out George Fant.
He played
cool
WKU
people.
basketball, and he played one season of football, and billionaire, not billionaire, but make
you
millions playing.
With the Titans, right? Panther.
He played for the Seahawks, I know, back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where he plays that now.
Not that fan. Okay, I know you're talking about.
But he was a dog, man.
Yeah.
He played basketball. His footwork was better than anybody. He played ball, and I think they've seen that in you. I mean, he has size, and I wish I had.
Look, I got a question. I need you to confirm or deny this because me and him go back and forth.
Yeah.
But
let me answer the question first that you asked. Like going to my 8th grade year, I was probably about 6'3", about like 230.
I'm telling you what, he wasn't
about
no little
6'3".
And like I said, your name has definitely come up many a times. You and Eric, and he's like, man, I'll put them two against any team. That team, your all's team, he says in any team, around here. And I'm like, man, that's saying a lot.
Right.
Because my era was, Mr. Phelps. I give him his respect, Mr. Phelps. Mr. Phelps. Paco, that's what we know it from. Okay. But he's Mr. Phelps because he's with the school board stuff now. But he's a big man. Back in the day.
Oh, Mr. Phelps.
No.
Yeah, I like Mr. Phelps.
Then I see Doug Brian Douglas. You see what I'm saying? Then you got to think about Mormon. I can't think of his first name, but he played on the team with them. But the last Mr. Basketball to come through Owensboro, Kentucky, Brandon
I
Davenport,
don't care.
and you said you
I
can
don't
put
care.
him against.
I
I'm
don't
just saying.
care.
I'm saying what I seen with my own eyes.
I don't care who they had. This team wouldn't be. They had
What do you
guards and big mans.
Okay.
They had. I'm gonna say 6'7" in high school too, and he had. I'm gonna call Eric 7'1". Yeah, you had 7'1" and 6'7".
Yeah.
Man,
You had Dylan Sanford in the corner, Darian Morrow with the ball, Arias defense, Jacoby. You had people off the bench. I don't think nobody beating them, dog. I don't. I honestly don't.
it's gonna be a hard night.
I just don't see it.
And all you old school
I
teams
don't.
and people that's watching, man, go on and tell us what team would have beat this team then.
None.
Then give me a lineup, man. Give me a
Man.
lineup against this team
Please
right
give
here.
me a lot, because look, me and my Uncle Kevin went back and forth about this all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure because he played. He played on
You know
some
who
of
they,
them
you know who
too.
my Uncle Kevin said was gonna guard you? D Johnson, D-Book.
I don't, and that's because,
That was on. I think that's what he said on the. I think that's what he said on the phone. Yeah.
and that's just because of the physicality.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you one person. Like I said, I've never seen you play, so it's no offense to what I'm about to say. I've seen
Right.
this person play, and I know the mentality this man had. But I would have loved to seen him and Man Board. Him and Man Board. Board play. Hey, Board was a beast, and Board's
He's strong.
stock.
He
You know,
is
he's
strong.
stock. That's somebody
Who?
that you Board. Man Board.
Is it Lawrence Ford?
Yeah, Lawrence Board.
Okay.
Senior. Lawrence Board senior.
Okay.
Because he has a son that's a junior too. But yeah, and he's just a physical person. You know what I'm saying, in the paint. That's why I say, he didn't get pushed around when he got chances to get in the game, man. Like if we were down, we making that comeback and we coming back because he's so physical down there in the paint. And I know that's your game. That's how you play. You're a physical player. Like I said, that's all people talked about was the physicality that you brought to that team, and it basically rallied everybody else. Around that point to where things came through you, and you made things happen for that team. But yeah, man, I definitely would have loved to see that. Definitely would have loved to see that, man. But so you come to Owensboro from Beaverdale. The transition, was it an easy transition? Was it? I mean,
super easy.
Super easy.
Super easy. Like I said, I've been playing with them boys since I was in 7th grade. Going out of town, playing against Facade and Nashville and other tournaments, going out of town, going to Indianapolis, going, to Atlanta, playing AAU tournaments with them guys all summer. So whenever I was going on, bro, it's just like, it's cool.
It's like we knew you when you first came.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
like we knew him.
Yeah.
We didn't know him, but we knew him.
There was some adjusting to do, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of new faces, especially that look like me. And I didn't grow up going to school with a lot of people that look like me in Ohio County. But it was an easy transition for sure. Because it was all love.
Plus coming, might as well say, back home and having that family too, because I'm sure you had family around you too, that knew who you was, but other people just didn't know who you were or kind of forgot about who you was because after a couple of years you don't see somebody all the time like, oh yeah, I remember you used to. Yeah, so yeah, I mean I did that. Now once that transition was made, and then you basically was part of being the big dog on campus, man. How is all that? Coming in from where you started, like I said, Beaver Dam, maybe not being on, one of the best teams or the hottest teams, maybe not getting full recognition for what you bring and who you are, to come into a place where it's like everybody knows now. Yeah, that's Justin, man. Like this is,
Yeah, well, with me, bro, like you can ask Facade. I've always just been trying to be, nice to everybody, be a good person to everybody, and there was no, I thought I was better than anybody or anything like that. I wore hooping shoes to school, and didn't have that much, and I don't come from a lot, and so I just always try to be humble, and I guess it just stuck to a lot of people in Owensboro, and it just worked out. So it was good. It was good.
With the state of Owensboro, our society now, the generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you all say the same thing that, I used to hear, and what I'm saying now, this generation isn't like it was when I was growing up and this and that. What do you see that's lacking today in the game of basketball, and then just like community wise? Because and we're going to get to that later in the interview. You're no longer in this area.
Right.
You've basketball is taking you elsewhere and
Right.
placed you in, a different position to where culturally and everything you're able to see things differently.
Yeah.
So when you come back home and you're seeing the success that you're having where you're at, as opposed to, what's going on here and it not being, where it should be. Because we all know, all of us that have been somewhere and have done something, we know Owensboro, Kentucky is not where it should be, especially when it comes to, recruitment processes and things of high school, sports and athletes and stuff. So I just want you, kind of, you know, give us your thoughts and everything on that.
I mean, I feel like, you know, if you're a part of a community and you've been there before and you have, gyms to give people, you should be out there, trying to give back to the community and just trying to give your game back to the kids. That's where it starts. You said Owensboro's not where they need to be. It starts with the feeder programs and being able to do a youth league and stuff like that. I've heard that all other schools in this area are allowed to do the youth leagues or whatever, right? And
Yeah.
it's where it starts. We won a state championship. Granted we didn't play in no youth league, but
They played together growing up forever.
yeah, we had a team that was solid. That we played with. Off the court, off the school grounds, and had chemistry. So I just think that where I'm at, the community can be better. The basketball community can be better down there in Texas, and then where I'm at here, everybody can be a little bit better. So,
So okay. Yeah, I feel that.
but
I feel that.
So basically, I mean, we all feel that in the respective sports, the success starts even before you get to high school. The success of winning state championships and kids, becoming great, good high school athletes and going on to a collegiate career starts in the youth process.
right,
In the ages of what would you say, 7, 8, 5, 6, what? I mean, getting them on the team and getting them out there.
I think just start them as early as possible, in my opinion. I mean, getting the basketball in somebody's hands, dribbling the ball. Like, prime example, I don't want to go off subject, but prime example, when we grew up playing AU basketball
right.
and we had Lil Ben going with us, who would you always see with Big Ben and Lil Ben walking around with the basketball in his hand? Jonathan Moss.
Lil J.
And now he probably got the best handles anybody in the whole
He's cold.
state. I mean,
shout out to that young man.
Yes,
he
sir.
started when he started, but I'm telling you, Brian, like no joke. It starts when you just young, because I felt like we was big kids. We wasn't even kids. We were still kids. We was your son's age, and he's young, that were barely between the legs and everything. And now look at him, bro. He's doing that same dribble stuff since he was.
And he was around all of us the whole
The whole
time.
time. He was a gym rat.
Yeah.
Lil J Moss was a gym rat. Ben had him in the gym everywhere. People talk bad about him. He had that boy in the gym everywhere.
Yeah.
But back to the subject. My fault.
That
just starts it though, bro.
But like
Right.
you said, that he just hit 1,000 points. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
For that accomplishment, man. A lot of people don't get that accomplishment, but and like you said, back to you though, was that experience from your childhood playing in the AAUs and stuff like that. So that played a big role for you. Like as you got older, just being competitive your whole life.
Like on the circuit playing AAU, it helped. Yeah, it helped for sure.
Yeah.
Because it exposes you to what you ain't yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It exposes you to what you aren't ready for. And I'm not the man like I think I am. I might be the man here on this side of the couch, but on that whole side of the couch, I ain't shit. I can't sit down over.
And I'm glad you stated it and put it like that for some of the viewers, especially some of the parents that because as a parent myself,
right.
I'm like, and my son's this and this, and we want our kids to be that, but how you stated, man, like you're not, lets you see where you're not at.
Yeah.
Because even like I know we're talking about basketball, but even with the football, what's being brought, having the kids out there, and it's like, okay, you may over here in the rec league, you may, what I'm saying, be the man, but in this different league over here, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even know who you are.
There's just it's levels to everything. It's levels to everything,
So let's switch subject real quick. So after high school, man, what'd you go off to do? Like, where'd you go to school at? I mean, of course I know you went to school at, but let's let people know you went to school at, man.
Man, so after high school, had some controversy for sure. Committed to KWC. Everybody was really pushing me to go there. So right after the state tournament, had a few D1 offers, had a few looks, but ended up getting a trainer. Shout out to my boy. Uh, Ended up getting a trainer, and lost like 50 pounds in like 3 months, 4 months. Um, at the Y at the Athenian. So I feel bad. I say he's my boy. I can't remember his name right now. I'm trying to think of his name. I think his name was Josh.
Josh did he work there?
He was a trainer there.
Well, Josh that was a
I'm
trainer.
trying to think of his name. I feel bad now. I'm gonna try to look it up. But no, man. So I committed to KWC. And then I was working as a football manager for the football team, just trying to make some money before school started. And a coach that I guess recognized me from winning the state tournament or whatever was he's like, damn. He's like, how much weight you done lost? You know what I'm saying? Because I was a big guy in high school, playing, and I dropped about 40 pounds or whatever. And he put it in my head that I should, get out of here. I can, be higher than that. And I just young kid, man, and was just thinking, with my same mindset, like, I do believe in myself, and you know, I feel like could play at a higher level, and I'm already in shape because that's what everybody's telling you. Probably heard it your whole life too. Hey, if you can get in shape, you can be,
Story of my life.
story of our life too. I mean, it all goes back. But yeah, man. So I ended up going withdrawing from KWC probably a couple weeks before school started in the fall, and went to 22 Feet Prep Academy.
You and Eli went down there. Who else? You, Eli,
Little
Lil
Ben.
Ben.
Yeah, shout out Big Ben for making that happen, making that possible.
And then tell us, tell us what y'all did
Yeah.
down there at 22 Foot Academy. Please tell us what y'all did, because a lot of people don't know what y'all did. I seen on Facebook. That's what they did down there is crazy.
Yeah, he's probably talking about whenever we beat Oak Hill, man.
Yeah,
They went 47-1 that year. We was the only one to take them down. Yeah, man, it was a good win, and I always, whenever I play teams like that, and in high school and college, and even in the pro leagues when I was playing a little bit over there, like all the teams that have all those people that just think you better, they better than you because you not over there. They just always piss me off, bro. Playing against higher teams like that, as a competitor. Yeah, as a competitor for sure.
So basically, again, the story of your life.
Yeah, like I don't give a damn what it says on the front of your chest.
Yeah.
I want what does it say on the back? That's what really counts. You know what I'm saying? So when we played them, it was a chance to really, because if you take pride in the game, everybody knows who Oak Hill is.
Okay.
So we did that. But yeah, man, I went there and I ended up receiving a few D1 offers, and ended up going to Louisiana, Raging Cajuns. Played 3 years there, and then finished out University of Detroit with head coach Mike Davis that took Indiana to a championship game. First black coach ever at Indiana. Shout out Mike Davis. That's my guy. It was hard playing for him, but that's where I went after high school for sure. Sorry for a little runoff, but
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell it. I want to know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't. I knew you went 22 Foot. I knew you went to Louisiana, but
Right.
I didn't know. I knew about Detroit, but I didn't. I can't remember. I'm going through my college too. While you doing?
Yeah. So this is my first podcast too, so I'm learning too. Trying my best.
You good?
Yeah. I ain't trying to piss nobody off. Ain't trying. But I'm gonna keep it as real as I can, though.
Hey, sometimes I come in here to piss people off. So I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just stand on it. But resume. when you were saying earlier, when he asked you, so the move from the decision to withdraw from KWC and then go to a place that's basically unknown to you. You know what I'm saying? Because KWC is here in Owensboro, so you know about what
Right.
KWC is, what they do. So it's
Decision
kind of
in life.
comfortable. It's kind of comfortable in the decision,
And
to want to stay here.
Right.
But then to say, you know what?
that's the best decision of his life.
Yeah,
Best decision
that's
ever.
what that's what my question amounts to is, are you glad you made that decision and why?
I'm 100% glad I made that decision. I made that decision because I knew what was best for me early on, man. It started with whenever I was in fifth grade. I transferred schools to play for a coach I played travel ball with in fifth grade in Ohio County. I told my mom I want to transfer this grade school,
Yeah.
and then I had dreams and ambitions of transferring to Owensboro, and then so I always listened to myself and took risk and not listen to these coaches that think they know what's best for you in that given moment because of how I looked at the time. I get it. People was telling me I was making a bad decision. People was telling me I was making the worst decision in my life, and I was looking at them. Okay, that's cool with you, but I think you're wrong, and I'm gonna go prove myself right, and not worry about proving you wrong. You know what I mean? Like that's all I've really cared about.
Gosh. So he's basically his own
State
transfer.
champ calling me right now.
Who's that?
Air ball.
Yeah, I heard actually he was outside. He's outside
Yeah.
going in here.
Hero.
Y'all had Karen's or y'all outside?
Down in the garage. Somewhere in the garage.
At the garage.
He good.
And Karen? Oh, okay, I see it. All right.
Tell him some walking. He's good.
You can walk in.
So basically, you started your own transfer portal.
Are we live?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I mean, live. We just
Oh.
we good though.
Okay, cool.
We good.
Yeah.
It's good. Let him come
That's
over here.
straight.
We,
Yeah.
Hey, we unorthodox right here.
Yeah,
We do
yeah.
our own thing,
So
man.
we was talking about K-Dub, right?
We just talking about you betting on yourself.
Yeah.
Even at an early age, when most people don't even know or understand the concept of man, I'm a bet on myself.
Right.
Because like you said, a young man
Right.
going to his mother saying, "This is what I want to do. This is what's going to be best for me."
Right.
And most people at that age, 'cause you said fifth grade,
Right.
you don't even know what's best for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's an adult's mindset.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
And that's how it should be for the most part.
Yeah,
But
That's how it should be.
shout out to your mom though.
Man.
I mean,
Real though. You
shout out to
you already know I know.
Yeah.
But
Man.
real deal, shout out to your
But-
mom, bro. She
Yeah.
made shit happen.
I mean,
Yeah, Cindy Miller, shout out to my mom.
shout out to both of you.
Yeah.
You for betting on yourself, and then your mother for believing in you
Right.
to allow that to happen for you to bet on yourself.
Hmm.
Because, like you said, at that age, you definitely need the adults' consent and backing and approval.
Yeah.
Because at that age, we can't make things happen for ourselves. But for you to be in that mind state at that early age to say, this isn't for me. You know what I'm saying? This isn't where I need to be. This isn't a fit. I need to be over here.
Yeah.
And then for her to get out the way and actually listen and say, okay, baby, I'm back.
Right.
That's big on both ends.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Big
Yes,
on
sir.
both ends.
Yes, sir. Sacrifices, man. That's
So
what
what
happens.
did you do after Louisiana? So you went to Detroit and then graduated from there. What did you do from there?
Yeah, so I went. You know what happened, man? The whole world shut down, bro.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right.
Yeah, people forget.
And then I'm talking
20
about your basketball league too. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, so after Detroit, bro, I mean it was probably late, early April or whatever. Forgot when COVID hit. We all had a meeting. We was in there with masks on, and they was just like, we're all gonna finish school online, and y'all are free to go. And my wife, she was 7 or 8 months pregnant at the time. My senior year of college. She was up there with me in Detroit, 6 Mile. We was on 6 Mile with it. You know what I'm saying? I had to teach her what not to do. Cars, going crazy out there. How they drive up there, and why you don't honk at nobody, don't look at nobody. You know what I'm saying?
He's crazy.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Keep your road rage to yourself.
Man.
They will follow you.
Man.
They will.
So
I got a Texas girl, so she thinks she
Okay,
can,
I was gonna say,
so she thinks she can do that. I'm just like, you can't do that everywhere.
So where'd you meet her? You met your wife at? You met her?
I met her in Louisiana. Yeah,
Okay.
she's a softball girl, man. Man,
That's another story.
yeah, that's another story. But yeah.
But okay, so We're in Detroit, senior year.
Right.
The world shuts down. For
Facts. That's where we're at right now. Yeah.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
My
No,
fault.
I
No,
got
no,
you.
that's my fault.
We got off topic, man.
Yeah,
I asked you about
because
your,
COVID
I asked you about your
happened.
wife. I asked you where you met her. SOB.
Yeah, COVID happened, and we did because my wife was with me, and I was like, you know what? There's no way you having this baby in Detroit if we can leave. Like, let's go back to where you're from, so because it's a process, that you want your wife or
Yeah.
future wife to have, the most comfort she can during, those times, where she's pregnant. I'm just like, let's go back. I can finish online. Thank God, bro, because if it wasn't for COVID, it was gonna be hard for me to get it done. I was gonna get it done and graduate, but you know how it is online
Oh yeah, you know what?
compared to sitting in a classroom.
My wife does it online. I couldn't do it. If
Man,
I'm not forced to go sitting there,
man,
I can't do it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So and during this time, is the work that's being put in to your craft, is it to go to the next level, or is your motivation now, your senior year, going from Louisiana to Detroit, is the professional, is it NBA in your sights? Is that what you're working towards?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you. During that time, I had some adversity happen, and I wasn't really in the right headspace going into my senior year. I gained about 20 pounds. I'm just keeping it real. I gained about 20 pounds. I wasn't really in the right headspace, but I always knew I was gonna want to play professional basketball. Just trying to take full accountability here with what you were asking, with me talking about the mindset to go to the league. Like, I wasn't thinking about the league. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't going to happen. Um, but yeah, I had ambitions of going pro. I had good agents hitting me up. I signed with a good agent in college, probably midpoint in the season, and so I knew it was going to be in the cards. But they were telling me what everybody else was telling me my whole life. Hey, you got to get back in shape, because I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But then I, had a few things go wrong down in Louisiana that I'm not proud of, as far as uh, this stuff that you have to leave. You have to transfer. So there, I was a good person, no, because the coaches knew where my heart was with the game, because they knew how many hours I spent in the practice facility, how much it really cared to me, where I was from. Being a Kentucky guy, everybody loves basketball, so they granted me a waiver to play right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't have to sit out a full year. But looking back on it, probably would have been the best thing to do, sit out that full year in redshirt, because COVID happened.
You got that 2
I would have got 2 years.
Oh man, yeah.
Would have got 2 years. So,
Gotcha.
But then you can't fault yourself for that. Nobody.
nah, you don't know the
nobody
world's
in
gonna shut
their
down.
mind. We've never had an experience something like that ever. So
Yeah,
you would never think the world's about to shut down. We're gonna get everybody gets 3 more years of basketball, football.
man,
You don't think like that.
man. But yeah, so we moved down there, bro, and I knew that I was wanting to go play, but I had a kid on the way, and I never was too prideful to not work a job, for my little one coming in. So I did what I had to do, worked at Tractor Supply for like 4 or 5 months, and then I got in the school systems down there. This is all when COVID happened, like whenever the whole world was shut down, and only the top tier guys was getting the mid-level guy overseas jobs.
Yeah.
There was no opportunities for guys like me that was coming in mid-level overseas guys. So that whole year, I was just doing what I was doing, taking care of my family. And then I started to train kids, because at where I'm at, it's a basketball town. The gym's open to everybody. So if y'all live down there where I'm at, y'all could just go in the gym anytime y'all wanted, without asking, on every Saturday and Sunday, and then on the weekdays, all you gotta do is schedule a time.
What? So
Yeah.
it's just open up here to get a gym up here is like pulling teeth. If you don't know somebody to know somebody,
Yeah.
you can't.
That's
get a
why I
gym.
wanted to say that, because I knew y'all had something that y'all want to say about that or whatever. Because I hear that. I hear that.
Know somebody. You didn't get a gym.
Yeah. So I just want to clear that up. Like, shout out to Birmingham, Texas.
And it's hard getting to one of the parks too. Like, it's
That's
crazy.
wild. Yeah. shout out to Berkman, Texas. They really embraced
That's what's
what I was organically doing because I was just going to the gym, training, shooting on the gun,
yeah.
and these kids are walking in like, who is this? 6'6", tatted dude that don't look like he's from here. Like, and so they started coming up to me, and I started training kids for free for about 2 or 3 months, just for the love of the game. Because I'm thinking, obliviously, that I'm finna go overseas like any given moment. Whenever I was just thinking like that, because it was you have to think like that. Like any day it could happen, and but that was the shutdown or whatever. Sometimes I just ramble, bro. Like I
No,
said,
you
you
good.
know what I mean? I
Hey man,
just
it's your
ramble,
interview, your
just
story,
ramble a
man.
little bit.
I'm happy you talk.
I
This is
Tell
appreciate
your
you guys
story, bro.
giving me
I want you to talk.
this
I
platform a
want you
little
to.
bit. You know what I mean? So,
Tell your story.
um,
But that's odd. Like for me, it's odd to hear that the place where you're at in Texas, is you say it's a big basketball town. Because
right,
Texas is known for football. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Just anyway.
yeah,
So for them to be, as open and allow those things for basketball, like, oh, okay, that's cool.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't hear those type of things coming
right,
from Texas
right,
for real. And they have their little individual type of stories. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Of people coming out, but you just don't hear that they big on basketball in that area too. So
yeah.
that's
So,
good. That's good.
so after my senior year, I moved all the way down there. With that being all said, I worked a job during COVID, then was in the school system as a teacher's aide. You know what I'm saying? And then I started training kids probably 2 or 3 months in, and then I just realized I was like, dang, I could probably, you know, this is something I'm really good at this point, and I can make this as a career.
Yeah.
And it organically worked out. God brought kids to me, and I did what I did with them for and then parents started asking me, hey, like we want to, what's your pricing? I'm just like whatever, just we'll talk about that later. Just want to just give them a chance to get better first. And then it just happened. So that's what I do
Then
now.
your wife stepped in because you spent a lot of time in the gym with
Yeah.
somebody else's kid, teaching them and showing them. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's time to get paid." And that's respectfully so, man. Because as the head of household, as being men, sometimes when that type of opportunity presents itself, because some of us coaches, we know and understand my time is volunteer. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But in your case, the door open for it to become also like a type of job where you become a trainer now,
Yeah.
and you're training, so therefore, yeah, you should be paid.
Yeah.
And I'm just naturally thinking so because us,
Well,
we love
sometimes, man, I get in my head and I just think like,
it's something you love.
it's something I love and it's something I have a resume for, and it's just like a lot of people, a lot of times, are just like, dang, am I really credible for this? I'd be thinking, but I'm like, I am. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like,
But
yeah.
you
So
but in the beginning, you don't think about price because
nah,
you love the game. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And you see somebody else who has this love.
right,
It's like, let me give. All right, come on, I'll show you how to do this. Yeah, come on,
right.
do it. And you're not really thinking about the money then. But then, like you said, once being a family guy, being a husband and a father, it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Time is
my time
valuable.
is valuable.
Yeah,
It
yes,
has to
sir.
make sense. It has to add up.
Right, right,
So
right.
yeah, naturally so.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, naturally so. Yeah, it's time to get paid.
Right, right. And
It's time to get paid.
yeah, man. So
So tell us about we on Facebook. We follow each other all the time. Tell us about what's it called? Is it Kaiser? What's that right?
Kaizen Hoops. So
Kaiser.
that was my first brand. That's still my brand right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just means continuous improvement. It's a Japanese business philosophy. But I just always thought it sounded cool, and it's all about improving every single day. Trying to get a little bit better for it to really see really big benefits. So I think it's a good
I know it's
concept.
bigger than that because I seen you had like teams playing against teams. You had player of the week, player of the game.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the 3-on-3 league. That's what you're talking about. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I was into that. I was watching. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah,
he was scoring 40 points. Like,
yeah, facts. So shout out to my boy Corey Wilford.
Yeah, Corey Wilford. Yes.
He gave me the kind of the blueprint, the vision of what he kind of does here with his league, and then I wanted to do like a little spinoff of like a real I'm not saying his league is not a real 3-on-3, but it's like I just wanted to do like a FIBA version of it. Like a fast paced.
Yeah.
Because the kids are playing. They're playing the overseas 3-on-3 is the one that's in the Olympics, right? So that's the one I was just trying to bring. So we got the blue and yellow 3-on-3 Wilson balls. The kids love it, man. You know, I'm on the mic, you know, hyping them up. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Confidence League. So basically, bro, go ahead.
Before you go,
I'm super proud about this project, bro. I'm super proud about this one.
And it
You know
should
what I
be.
mean?
And
Like,
before we go into full
That's a
detail,
good.
Right,
I'm
right, right.
proud of you for
how do
that
we
one.
tap in? Tell us and tell the audience how do we tap in even from here, because we can watch it though. You
Yeah.
stream
Right.
it, we can watch it. So how
Yeah.
do we tap in, and when is it going to be picking up again so we can tap into it?
Man, tap in on the Kaizen Hoops live page whenever we have them games. I'll be
Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram,
man.
how we,
Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
okay, so
Come on, man. You the one showing up late.
It's on all social media platforms.
All social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, that's it. So not all social media, but
Who's this guy?
We're gonna go back to the cat.
Yeah, no, but who's this guy, man?
that's another state champ.
Another state champ.
That's
Right
another
there.
state champ.
He's late.
That's
Though.
another state champ.
That's Arius Phillips.
That's another state champ.
We all know who it is.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, hold on. Back to Kaizen League.
Kaizen
Yeah,
Hoops, we can find it on
because I'm
all.
telling you, man, watch that on his Facebook. He was going live and kids are scoring like 40 points. I'm like, what in the world? Like it was like Memphis versus
Last year it was FIBA countries because it was the Olympics last summer, so I went with the FIBA countries. But then the second year it was NBA. The first year it was college teams. Yep.
Okay, I remember that.
So technically, 3 years going into our fourth year.
Yeah, going to our fourth year. Over 150 kids from about 100-mile radius come down to this small town in Texas and play in this league, and it's just to give some kids a chance to score on people, touch the ball more for like 4 weeks, and it's just about building confidence up. So basically, it's I take pride in it, so I really get in depth with it. So basically, I have kids sign up, tell me what level they are, is it 1, 2, or 3, as far as like how much you are, like how much skilled you are, and then I have a open gym and evaluations and stuff, and then I put all the kids on different teams to get but you don't bring your own team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I try to equal out the playing field, and there's a minutes restriction. So you might have a dog on your team,
right,
but he can't play the whole game. Everybody's got to play the same amount of minutes. It's a co-ed league as well, so the lady hoopers be out there against the boys, and usually that works out good for them in the real season. The girl hoopers that play in the league, you know what I mean? So they go out there and can't really do much, but then they get with girls, and it's just you know what I mean. But
what's your age limit?
It's 3rd through 5th, middle school and high school.
We're going to have to get Zep down there, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we got a 4-point line and everything, bro. I put a 4-point sticker and shit, just to, you know what I mean, just to try to get them kids fired up. You know what I mean? We on the mic and shit. I'm seeing it.
Do you see maybe because through your life, man, you've transitioned well in each aspect of your life.
I appreciate it.
You've done. Do you see yourself maybe going from a training aspect to a more of a coaching aspect? Maybe because what you're doing he coaches now. I'm sorry, but I didn't know that. So yeah, tell us about that.
Well, for the most part, it has been player development. But I did take a coaching job in 2022. Yeah, at a private school. I just took that one for a year to see if I really wanted to do it at that given time. Still found out I had the love for the game to go play again, but I did coach at a private school in Texas, but took the girls to a state Final Four appearance in the first year. So it was a 1A, it's like an all A kind of thing, but you know what I'm saying? Basketball's basketball. I'm from Kentucky and we play basketball. It is what it is. So.
There was competition. You played competition, and
you. Has the team ever been to the championship before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, powerhouse at that level.
Okay.
Cool. Powerhouse at that level.
So which one do you like doing more, the training or the coaching?
Man, I like the training more, bro, because I can really, if you fire me, it's just because you don't want to pay me anymore.
Yeah.
But like if you go to school with them, you could get fired for coaching a kid how you really want to coach them.
Right. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. For sure.
That's another conversation. We talk about that. You want
Yeah,
to?
you know what I'm saying?
We'll get into that.
Talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
how
yeah.
you coach
I told wifey I'll be back on Howell County at 2:30.
What
You know,
time?
it's already 1:55, but we'll keep going. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's cool. I get, you know.
I mean, I want.
I might not see y'all in 10 more years.
I want a story though. I want the people that don't know. Yeah, I want
You
your
gotta
story,
think.
man.
A lot of people don't know your background.
They don't.
Right,
That's what I'm saying.
right.
It's not like you was here, like you was in
Yeah.
Owensboro, but it's not like you really Owensboro baby. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah,
You
yeah.
from Howell County, so
exactly.
you're right on
And we cleared that up earlier,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
So possibly, do you see coaching possibly in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm about to, you know, kind of rebrand myself with a partner of mine down there where I'm at. Beast Academy, Burke Burnett Elite Amateur Sports Training. It's an acronym. And
I'm saying, do you see Owensboro? Nah, go ahead.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Owensboro trade. Are you coming back home?
man. That's kind of the third question everybody asks when I come back. You know, how's things going? What you doing now? And are you ever gonna come back? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I would be lying if I said I didn't have, you know, ambitions or dreams maybe to come back and then lead OHS again. But I'm thankful for God putting me with my family and where my wife's from, and you know, kind of stepping out of my comfort zone down there and making a good name for myself. And a lot of people don't understand how hard it really is to leave your area and kind of, you know, make a name somewhere else. And so I'm thankful where I'm at. But nah, man, I would love to maybe come back one day for sure. But you know, I got other people that you know got opinions too. For sure, I appreciate it.
And you got time. You still young.
We got time. We got time. We got
Come
time.
back in 10, 15 years still.
Yep. Come back 10 years. My daughter be 14. You know, whatever we might see.
You know, how old daughter now?
My daughter's 4. How old is your daughter?
6.
Okay.
Hey,
We looking at my daughter. We looking at reclassing up. So
she's a young. I know. And I'm holding my daughter back.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? We might reclassify up.
Yes, my daughter is getting
Shout
held
out my
back.
baby.
She's very smart, but I'm holding her back.
Hey, shout out my baby. She's homesick. She got a stomach bug. Leave around. Love you, Daddy. Love you.
Because I definitely know, like you said, you know, gym rat yourself. So I know wherever Daddy's at, she's there too. Like he's
Right.
talking about with being with his son, Will Jonathan. I'm sure she's definitely already got probably a higher understanding and IQ of the game than probably most. You know, that's even older than her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I don't try to force it on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy that people come to me because they want to be coached by me, and with her, you know, she's getting to that point where you know I'm fortunate enough where I take her to school, I come get her, and I take her to the gym, and she's there on her scooter, riding around, playing on her games, watching YouTube, and she sees me getting after it with these boys and these girls, and then she's just like, let me go over here and dribble this ball over here. So it's happening organically. The best way somebody can want to fall in love with the game of basketball. You know, I fell in love with it by just watching it on TV and playing it outside because that was really one of the only things I had in Ohio County was that park right down the road from my crib. So with her, I do feel like it's organically going to happen because of where I'm at in my life with what I do with me coaching and training.
And plus, we talked about this off camera.
Right.
Plus, you 6'5", your wife 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I look eye to eye with him.
Yeah, she about 6 foot.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
She's tall, Courtney.
Yeah, softball.
She made Courtney look small.
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, yes.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be.
I mean,
I'm
telling you, you have it. Like dog.
Are you gonna coach her?
Yeah. He better.
I think God gave me to her, gave her to me to coach her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what we're here to do as fathers. You know, we're probably all gonna get after it with our kids, bro.
Okay.
Look at his face.
Now, before you ask, just think about it. Before you ask, think about it.
So, do you want to have a son? Because I had my daughter, you know, and
yeah,
I was like, my wife was like, I gotta try again. I gotta have me. I gotta have me another little me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know that's for me, but I gotta have me, a little mini me, for real.
Yeah.
Do you gonna try again?
We're gonna try again, you know, but at this point, man, I was thinking just like that too. Like, I want a boy. Hopefully, have a boy. Then we had a baby girl, and it ain't nothing like having a baby girl,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure, for sure,
Um,
it's
especially
for
especially
sure.
especially
Me and
when
my
she's
daughter is
that
close.
You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
Yeah.
right,
But
and
because I have daughters, you know what I mean.
yeah,
But I also got my mini me,
okay,
and having that mini me, and then just looking at him and seeing yourself. You know what I
man,
mean? It's like
man,
I'm gonna give you what I didn't have,
yeah,
and we gonna get it right. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
because
In the areas
ultimately,
where I got it wrong, we gonna get it right.
right,
You know
because
what I mean?
if
So
whenever you're the same, because me and my daughter, we got the same face. She white as snow, but we got the same face. But with a there's only so many conversations I can have with her as her father,
yeah,
and as my wife, she can have a whole different bond with her,
yes.
But as a father son,
Son, I am telling
that's that bond that a mother can't have with a son, bro.
man, I promise you, man, and that bond, it's
So I would love to have a son one
Okay,
day,
yeah,
bro.
I always wanted.
You know what
Man,
I'm
one day
saying?
I want to try again and
I
have a
would
son,
love, yeah,
man.
for
That,
sure,
it's, like I said, your daughter's
yeah,
gonna be tall. Boys just generally get a little bit taller normally. So
right,
just
right.
J2,
Huh?
J2.
Man, I told her, I said, look, if we have a son, he's getting my name. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And
I'm telling you, hey
you
man,
know what I mean? Like,
I got my mini me's over here. He can't be seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I call him Deuce. And like I say, man, anybody that knows me and then knows him, yeah, man, it has to be.
It's looking more like 3 o'clock.
we ain't trying to get you in trouble.
No,
Nah, it's all
before he
good.
goes, because now this is my favorite part of the segment, because even though you're in Texas, you're still from Owensboro. You still have ties here.
Yeah.
You still pay attention to what goes on locally in this community. I need to know what you're thinking. I need to know how you feel.
Yeah.
Like what's being done right, what's being done wrong, where can we improve? Who
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
to improve?
Okay, I know what you're saying. I don't really
no,
hold my breath like.
Yeah.
Look, because he do me like that all the time.
No, yeah,
But he knows it's
yeah,
coming. I'm going to ask.
yeah,
I'm definitely going to ask a few hard questions. And it's not
right.
to. And this is not to start any type of bullshit with anybody. But we all be human, man. I have my own opinion,
Yeah,
and I'm man enough to formulate my own thoughts, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel. You
right,
see what I'm saying?
right.
Whether I'm an expert at this or not, whether I got a resume or not, fuck a resume. The fact that I have a brain to think
Yeah,
and formulate my own thoughts and opinions is my resume. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, but you have the resume. So now that's the thing. I don't have to have the resume. I can go to the people that have the resume and ask my questions to get the answers that, hey, whether I'm looking for it or not.
Right.
So therefore, being that where we're at, what you know about what's going on, what you see
Yeah.
from the level that you see it at, like, what how do you feel about what's going on in this area?
Well, it starts with the different generation of kids, different generation of parents, how parents are raising their kids to be. It starts in the homes. It starts, if we talking just sports, trying to get the community better in sports, then we really not, doing what we need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it starts in the homes. You know what I'm saying? It starts with this music these kids is listening to. It starts with the community. Since I've been here, since I left 10 years ago, I see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? With the crime and these young bulls out here doing stuff and you know I that's how I feel about it. I feel like, but as far as a sports standpoint, to get things better, people got to step up and do their part where it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can really say on that. As far as like making Owensboro back to where it used to be, I feel like it starts with the feeder programs and the youth, and having them sports leagues that every other program has in this area that we don't really have right now. I wasn't familiar with that. A coach told me that, and then so it kind of made sense to me as to why there's no development. There's no way a girls uh, a team in the middle school should be not winning a game. So it starts with the kids wanting to be out there too. You know what I'm saying? And wanting to be coached. We all wanted to be coached. You know what I'm saying? And we had coaches that spent a lot of time with us and cared about us and spent money out of their own pocket for us. And whenever you have those type of connections with people, you want to pay them forward with only with what can you pay a coach forward with in high school?
Give them your best.
Give them your best. You
And
know what I mean? Like effort and stuff like that. So just got to be more gratitude from everybody. I feel like of what people are trying to do for you, and that's just like my big key point anyway with what I do back home, because it's hard to have this conversation with a bunch of kids that their mom or dad pull up in a F450 and they don't have no adversity, and you coming in one of these training sessions and you don't even care about it. But a kid like me or Airball, didn't have a trainer growing up or something. We would love to be in this gym right now. So it's just like stuff like that. But that's just me rambling again on how I feel about it for sure.
But that's the question I asked, and you're giving
Right.
your answer.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts and your feelings based off
Yeah.
of where
Like if you have done shit at a high level, or if you feel like that you have the mind for it to help kids out genuinely, and you got game to give and you're not giving it, then you gotta start doing that. That's where the community gets better. You gotta start doing that. I know it's hard because I be in my own head about stuff, but coaching and stuff helps me in my mental health. Going out there and getting after a kid, making the kid get better. Leaving the gym, driving home like, yep, I got one or two of these motherfuckers better. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it starts though. For me.
Well, I know you got your own league. I know we was talking about some feeder programs. You know what I'm saying? We need to have those. How would you set those up? Mainly for girls, right? Or just
Okay.
girls.
You
How would you that's my thing. How would you even set those
we
up?
already talked about
Oh,
it.
you already talked about that?
Each
Okay.
elementary school has a gym, right?
Yeah.
They have first, second, third, fourth. You can get a first grade team girls and get a first grade team boys. Second grade team girls. You have a gym and then go play these.
We had that when I was in elementary
And
school.
y'all won state championship.
Yeah.
So you just proved my damn point, Aries. Y'all won
I don't know
state
why they stopped doing
championship.
it. We used to do it. We have it like
Y'all had remember the OMS league that had y'all wore different shirts, OMS shirts. I remember I didn't go to OMS, but I remember I'm saying y'all won state championship.
No.
So you just proved my point.
Right.
This shit ain't been right ever since.
But the last time this conversation was had, and I started saying superintendents and you people listen, somebody said I didn't have a resume to speak on it, so I'm gonna speak on it.
Okay, so whose responsibility is that though? Can we point at one person like that's your responsibility?
I mean,
I
I
would
would say that we all would have the same answer, and he just said it, man. Everything starts within the home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I have a child that I know could be affected by this in a more positive way, you have a child, he has a child, he has a child. Instead of me trying to speak by myself, we need to go speak together. We need to be on the same page because everything that we're thinking benefits our children.
But
You know
I can't say.
But he'll be the one to go.
But I can't say Marky Johnson has been pushing for it.
Yeah,
he has been. I'm not gonna say
but
he has
listen
not.
what I'm saying.
Marky has been pushing for it.
Shout out Marquis.
Yeah,
Marky.
But that's the point.
Yeah, without name dropping Marquis, that's the coach that brought that to my attention before I got to the game. I was in OHS talking to him and my cousin Kendall Tinley. Shout out to Kendall. That's my boy. Yeah, it's my boy.
That's the point that I'm making. You said Marquis Johnson is pushing that. Where's his support? You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It starts at home. If he's the front line, if he's going to be the person that's going to be the voice, where's the people standing behind him showing that they support what he's trying to do? Because that's what we'll get. We'll get one voice. We'll get one person that's trying to push something that we collectively know will benefit not only just my child, but his child, your child, your child. And we'll sit back and be like, we'll watch him. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah,
and he's pushing by himself. And that may not be the case.
I mean,
I don't know.
But
I don't know. That may not be the case.
He's pushing for it, but like if the people up top, I don't know who it is up top. I don't know. But if they're not accepting it and wanting to hear him out and go forward with it, I mean, I think they're not thinking about sports up there up top. They're not thinking how we.
I know where we're at. They're not thinking about our kids. They're not thinking about our kids. They're thinking about their kids because how many How many of us are really on that board or around that board or have some say in that board? Not too many.
They're
You
talking
know
about
what
like
I'm
the
saying?
school board.
I'm talking about any
Like,
board.
so who? That's what I'm saying. Who's
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
responsible?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But I would say it would be the board. You go to the board of education, talk to them.
Yeah.
But I think that's where Marquis started. I think he has a plan. I heard he has a plan. He has a board. He went to them with this. They have yet to get back with him.
No, shout out Marquis, bro.
Yeah, Marquis pushing for it,
Well, we need to stand behind.
and
him.
I'm with Marquis on. Like I found out he's pushing for it. Ever since I found out, I'm with it. Like yes, I didn't think nobody was pushing for it.
Yeah.
I
No,
found
I
out
told
he pushed for it, so I'm with Marquis. I got you back. I apologize all the way. If he said when we pushed for it, I found out he was. Now I understand. I'm with it. Push for it. We gotta help him out. Somebody gotta go behind him and push him.
Now, real quick about Marquis though, because I had a great conversation with him yesterday. So we give him his flowers real quick because whenever we were kids, bro, that's what I told him yesterday. Whenever we were kids and we had them coaches that were kind of giving us them uncle type vibes and conversations, every time you saw him or run up to him, he would always, try to give you some game for real. Try to give you some wisdom. And everybody usually tried to clown him. I've clowned him before. Whenever I was a kid, just, oh, he trying to be uncle shit. You know what I'm saying? But looking back on it, now that you are, everybody in here pretty much has dealt with the youth and try to coach up kids. You see how much of an impact a guy like that gives whenever 10 years down the road, when you're a grown man, you're trying to do the same thing. So shout out to Marquis.
Yeah.
He's a great dude, man.
Always drop the game.
He does.
Yes, sir.
He ain't gonna get you out of his face real quick. Some coaches will get you out of his face real quick. Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go.
Might be like he won't stop talking, but it's all knowledge.
It's all knowledge. You gotta.
I know those girls love it.
That's what we're missing out.
Those girls love
In
it.
more
Absolutely.
settings, and you spoke on that earlier as well. But that's what we're missing though. Is for those people stepping up. We don't have a mass amount of people stepping up wanting to give that and give back to.
But like you said
Drop
though,
those
if it's just the
Apologize
one,
for that.
if it's just the one, we gotta have more. It can't just be him. I mean, it probably is more, but like I ain't hear it, right? I heard the same name you heard. We didn't even talk about this together, and I heard the same name, said the same thing. He got a book, got a plan, went to him, ain't heard nothing back.
Like the most success stories, we're not going to hear about it until you're 10 years later,
I know.
5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes 20 years later. The most success stories you're not going to hear about.
Yep.
But the ones that we are hearing about, that's what I'm saying. We need to get behind and give the support that you know what I'm saying that you can, the help that you can. Because in most cases, it is that one person. It probably is him doing most of this by himself. You see what I'm saying? And then trying to get something pushed by himself. So what is it? What is it? I mean, in any type of battle or war, if I got to defeat one person or one thing, it's easier than a mass amount.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to take me longer to conquer, masses than it is just one situation. We hear him, all right, well, let's move on to the next thing. But if we standing there with him, like, yeah, my kid's going to be in this program. My kid's going to be in this program. My daughter, my son, my grandson, my granddaughter. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like is lacking here.
Well, it starts with letting kids in the gym, bro. If a kid wants to get better and be great, let them in the gym. Let them get on that damn gun machine. Let them play.
That is a problem.
We talked about that.
But whether it's a boy or a girl,
you can't get a gym here.
I apologize. For sure.
That's not you.
Great though.
No, that's not you.
Facts.
That needs to apologize. It's the people here that are only saying that this young man should be able to get in this gym.
Oh.
This young man should only be able to come to the camp. And we have a lot of young ladies that have the real heart desire to get better, want to get better, but nobody's standing up for them. Nobody's being present for them. So therefore, they feel like they have to go over here, either do something different, don't do this at all, or just, try to figure it out themselves.
Yeah.
And we're still dealing with youth, we're still dealing with children. And when you leave them to try to figure things out for themselves, that's when you get a lot of,
That's how you build a culture, though. Like if you give the kids an opportunity for them to not have a choice to figure it out, like, oh, I really want to get better, but I can't because it's gym ain't open. A lot of kids is gonna be like, all right, bet. Well, I don't even want to get better today.
But we know why we can't do it. Orsville, right?
Why's that?
You remember after the freshman or sophomore year
Nah.
when he was in the gym?
What happened?
Okay, so we was Coach Drake was getting us in the gym, and then we had a player. I ain't gonna say his name. Kind of got mad about it.
Man, who got
I
mad?
ain't gonna say his name.
Tell me and I'll say
It's called
his name.
stand though.
I forgot though. I'm not gonna say his name. It's what happened. And after that, we was not able to get in the gym.
Text
He
me his
couldn't get in the gym.
Text
with
me
us.
his name and I'll say it.
My fault, my fault.
I know
You know
you
what I'm saying?
talking
Coach
about.
Drake got suspended for a couple games and everything. And he was getting us in the gym, getting us better.
Yeah.
And I mean that's
Nah,
that's
yeah.
all.
No, but we're not saying. I'm not saying just the high school.
I know. I'm just talking about the high school.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm talking about like these other gyms, like these all these church gyms and everything. Like literally, bro. I'm telling you, you don't know somebody,
But
you're
it's
not
not like it at all high schools, though. That's why I said at our high school, that's why it's like it. But Palo, Davis County, you can go get in those gyms. Those special get in those gyms anytime. Can't do it at Owensboro. And I'm not saying that's Drake's fault.
It's not. No, it's not Drake's fault. It's not Drake's fault.
Which
You
I
can't,
wish
you
that
can't,
was
you can't put
different.
that on
Yeah.
Drake. You can't put that on Drake. It
I
ain't
mean
Drake's fault.
that's just honestly at the end of the day, man, we got to do better. As a collective whole.
Yeah.
Just you know what I'm saying, starting from the smallest part to this to the top. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always the top's fault. You know what I'm saying? We look at the top, but what are we doing at the bottom? What are we doing in the middle? You see what I'm saying? It's a collective whole. You know, because like you said, for whatever reason, whoever made that phone call, whoever had that feeling,
I didn't know.
stop the whole
Hey,
situation. I do want to know.
Yeah, we get off air. I didn't know.
I'll say it on a different segment, man.
Yeah, I
You
remember
know,
now.
That's crazy though.
I remember now. I remember now. Yeah.
so that's that's the type of thing
Yeah.
that you know, like when you do have
Took an
people
L that
we
first
know,
game because he ain't coach.
yeah, but we do have people that we know, such as yourself, that has taken their craft, and it's opened other doors in their other places.
Yeah.
You know, they're no longer here. They're doing things, and they're doing successful things, and we're sitting back and we're watching this on Facebook. We're seeing this on the Instagram. We're like, man, we need that here. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that here. You know what I'm saying? Even to the point where, besides, I tell you, man, I say it all the time, man. Like, I'm willing to, step up myself and participate and help do whatever. You know, I know you said you put, the kids on in your league, on certain type of teams, but I know some kids here that, hey, man, we'll travel to Texas.
Man,
We'll bring
it'd be cool. It'd be
We'll
cool.
bring 6. We'll bring 9. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
it's a week. It's a whole.
It's a whole month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
It's
what
a
I'm
whole
saying is, we give that month here. You got the blueprint.
month.
You know what needs to be done.
I mean,
Hey,
Corey
we
Wilson
get-
kind of got. I mean, he kind of got. He said the same thing as Corey. I mean,
Yeah.
Corey got. I mean, you can do another one, but I'm saying it's gonna be.
I mean, it's for me. It's not even. I'm saying
About
I
that. The
know
more the better, right?
kids.
The more the better. You're right.
But I'm saying this. I know kids that aren't their parents aren't fortunate enough to put their kid in a Corey Wilford league or get certain type
I'm glad
of
you said
training and
that.
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because these type of things cost money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I was stating to him, we also have to understand the individuals, the trainers,
Right.
their personal life, their fathers,
Yeah.
their husbands. You know what I'm saying? They have their own life too. So, I can't just go to somebody because I know they were good at something, they got all this knowledge, they possess it,
Yeah.
and say, hey, here's mine, get them where you was at it
Right.
further, but not think that we don't have to, give forth in the time that they're taking away from their own
Yeah, I
responsibility.
understand.
But some people can't afford to pay these trainers.
Right.
So like the kids that we know, because those really, in my opinion, from what I know, those are the kids that can't afford it are the ones that are most committed. You see what I'm saying? The ones that have the hunger and desire to do this, whatever it is, the most. And because they're not being forced to do it so much, that's why the love's there. And they're like, man, they're searching, but they ain't got nobody that's coming in and helping them
Well, I
out.
tell parents this, bro. Look, I tell parents this. You need to be honest with me. What can you do?
Yeah.
What is doable for you? Because it's all about how your upbringing was and your, your own life experiences. I have people helping me out all my journey whenever it really got serious. You know what I'm saying? Like people, either somebody helping me with gas money or helping me with training. Like shout out my guy Greg Count who trains Top Price from Butler County. We come from the same camp. Shout out my long mentor William Hatchett. We come from the same kind of camp. I never paid Greg a cent growing up to work out. And that's where it started for me. So, but yeah, I just
So, do you think it's becoming like not a rich people's sport? But it seems like if you don't got the money, like to pay the trainers now, like you're getting behind. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you're getting behind, but if you don't have the money
it's
to
a
go,
whole
You ain't getting the full
yeah,
it's a whole different
that's what
thing
it
now.
seems like.
It's a whole different
I'm
thing
saying,
now.
is that what it is now? Like if you don't have that money, then you're just behind. And it's just like if you don't
I
have
kind
a
of
mom
noticed,
and dad
yes,
that can
because
pay
I ain't gonna
that,
lie. I take my
it's
daughter
like
to
that with every
Evans
sport.
EBA over
Yeah,
every Monday and shit like that. We ain't been in the past week or so, but we've been going. I've been paying to go over and
right.
train, and you can tell. You can tell it's nothing, but it's like we was the only little people with little color in us over
Yeah.
at the time. Well, not really, but it was like you could tell it wasn't a lot of it. It was more. You can tell it was
Well,
more
here's the
Escalades in
thing.
the parking lot
Look,
than it
look
was.
what he said earlier though. The resume don't mean shit
Right.
whenever you developing somebody.
Mhm.
So like great players or good coaches or whatever, they automatically think like, yeah, I can get you better just because of what I did with the game. And that's how I was thinking early on whenever I was training. I go back now 4 years ago, I'm like, damn, some of these drills are some bullshit that they not gonna be doing at all in the game. You know, it's fundamentals and stuff like that. So I do feel like some of these guys out there that are fathers that take their kid to the gym, to the Y every day, that work with their kid, that do what they need to do, sometimes are preparing kids better than some of these trainers that do cost bread to go. You know what I'm saying? You know the guy you see at the YMCA with his daughter every day, or his son every day. But it takes every day. So I tell parents, like, you know, don't expect me to have a magic drill to make your kid get to where I got to, because I wasn't working with one person one day a week. And, you know, it is what it is. I got to make a living and stuff like that, but I don't want to disrespect my other clients by, you know, not letting so and so, you know, not pay anything. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what I do, and I do make them decisions based off of reading the room. Like if I have a kid that I think can get out. You know, I got a kid right now. He's about 6'2", seventh grader. Mom working 2, 3 jobs. You know, his older brother's at SMU, full rod cornerback. It's my responsibility to get him out there because he's got his brother doing it. So I feel like maybe it could be one kid that I could get there. You know what I mean? But because it's a hard subject for me to just sit back and just coast through, because I am in that realm of life with kids that pay me good money. Their parents pay me to train their kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to be as transparent as I can on this subject.
What type of neighborhood is that where you're at? Do y'all got like, is it a wealthy neighborhood? Is it a like? Do you be seeing kids that you know that can't pay to train, and you might
Yeah,
go to a couple games, you like,
for
man,
sure. You
I
know,
was just wondering
for
what
sure.
kind of.
Yeah, it's not a really wealthy area. I mean, Wichita Falls is top 50 most cheapest places to live in the country. It's a good area, good setup. But there are parts where, you know, people got oil money, people got, you know, cowboy money out there, and it's a little bit different than down here.
It's Texas.
Yeah, it's different. It's a little bit different, you know.
I mean, it's
You know, a house that costs 200 down here gonna cost 500 down there. You know, it's a little
I mean,
different.
it's the same, but it's different based on the environment, location. Just like how
Yeah,
how here,
230.
it's poverty
Yeah,
stricken, but
yeah,
inside this poverty stricken line, there's still some wealthy people.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's the same.
But I will say this though, it's always the people.
You least expect.
It's always the people that really don't got it like that. That's really trying to be willing to help their kid and not be wanting to look for a discount or nothing like that. But then sometimes I'll get a parent that, you know, makes $200,000 a year. It's like, we really can't really afford this. Is there something you can do? I'm like, you just took your kid to Disney World a month ago. You can't afford this. You're just not willing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
But like I said, man, I'll definitely get more information. We'll definitely do our part here.
yeah.
Stand on it, so that we always share.
No, yeah, y'all doing a good thing, man. People need to hear people's opinions, and it's the new era of the media, and everybody's got a voice.
Yes.
You know, regardless of resume, regardless of what level you played or whatever. You know, it's all about respect. You know, and sometimes people don't want to hear your truth. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've always thought. You know, it's It is what it is. They'll be fine though.
But I definitely, like I said, man, I feel like I know you now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or even, know more about you.
Well, I'm a clown on the internet, bro.
Yeah,
Everybody,
I
kind
was about to say,
everybody
it's
knows
not-
that.
y'all
Listen,
know.
Yeah.
But
So I'm
anybody
a clown,
knows me
but
as well, though, and they know me fairly well too. A lot of things that you say, that's why I hit that like button, because
Yeah.
it makes sense. I get it. I
Right.
understand it, because it ain't too far some shit I'm gonna say myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Like I told you, like what was it yesterday? You made a post on there and you said a lot of y'all is looking at the NLI possibility for your child and it shows. And you
Yeah.
said me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
shared it and I was like, you damn right.
Yeah,
They
bro.
paying these little girls
Man.
millions of dollars to
What?
play college basketball.
Yeah.
Come play here, come play this. Zeppelin, get the ball. Let's go. Behind
Yeah.
back right now. Let's go. Dribble. Shit, let's go. Down the court. Suicide now. Go. I'm telling you.
Everybody's got their own vision of way of parenting. That's you entitled to that.
And I'm sorry.
Facts.
I know. I'm a pusher. I'm sorry. I'm pushing because I was pushed like that. That's how my dad did me. My dad was on me like white on rice. He pushed me.
Yeah.
He was hard on me. I couldn't mess up. Hey, shit. I was getting.
Dylan Jeff.
He was like the opposite of what I had to go through with my mom.
Like,
you know.
That's like if
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
19 points, my dad like, "Mama, you should have had 20." It was like, bro, like, come on, man, like.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
now, like you said, man, everybody's been parented different. Everybody's had that different,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, role model, that person that pushed them and drove them. But now that we're older, we've had our life experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we go back and we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We see it. And
Yeah,
we're
I
like,
definitely
okay,
appreciate my dad. I definitely appreciate it.
definitely.
Right.
So even in that regard, because even myself, he knows how I am with my son.
Yeah.
He knows how I am with my son.
Yeah.
There's been times he's been like, "Hey, bro,
Chill.
no," because it's for me. Yeah,
I'm the one I bring by him.
That's why I can always respect this guy because he always gonna hold people accountable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For
But
sure.
and they do. They tell me like, "Hey, man, calm down." But then I tell them, man, this is getting ready for life.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I just sit back, man, and I watch collectively what everybody does.
Yeah.
Like I say, he basically introduced me to you, who
Right.
he was, to the point where I started following. Started doing my own little research, seeing, okay, who is this? You know what I'm saying? What's he about? What's he stand on?
Right.
Because I respect him, so I respect who he respects. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's like,
sir.
okay, who
Yes,
is this
sir.
guy? Oh, okay, man, he's out there doing this. He's out there doing that. All right, bet I like that. That's cool. Because anybody that's giving back, because like I say, my story, and I'm not gonna get into it. I didn't have a whole lot of people that was trying to give me good, credible knowledge and guidance. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I had a lot of people that just, basically backed the bullshit that I was on. You know what I mean? So when I see, what I'm saying, young men, as all of y'all are, y'all younger than me, stepping in that role, doing that thing, I admire it. I'm like, okay, man, look at these guys, look what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
giving back to their communities, giving back to their families, being these guys. It's like, man, that's cool, man. I want to be around it. I want to be a part of it. I want my son to even see this,
Yeah.
to be a part of it. So as he gets older and he becomes a young man of your age, it's like, okay, I remember sitting around with Prasad and Justin and Arius, and this with my dad, having these conversations, getting these jewels, picking it up. So he passes that along to his family,
Yeah.
to his kids. So yeah, man, I commend all you all, man, because definitely, y'all, in my opinion, on the right path, doing wonderful things. And anybody around you all can pick up on that. And we missing that, man, from your all's age level. Y'all in y'all 20s, man. I can only
I have to be 30.
Early 30.
Nah, I
Feeling
got
it.
about 3 more years. Y'all about to be 30. I got about 3.
I got two. Yeah, we got two.
So yeah, man, I salute you
Yeah,
guys. And I
man.
commend y'all. Let's hope that it won't be 10 more years before we get you back on and talk about what's happening in between time where you at.
And if we do in 10 years, see, hopefully your daughter's 6'4", my daughter's at least 6'1", 6'2". And I'm like, hey, cuz, your coach AAU team, I got one for you.
Man. Fly across the country everywhere.
But I'm saying, like, that's what's so beautiful about this. Because like I stated, man, at my age, the connections that I was looking for and making,
Yeah.
not those type of connections.
Well, I see this quote, man. I see this quote that really kind of bothers me. And I don't think it's true because I feel like there's guys out there like me and you guys in this room. Like it says that there's a no man out there wants to see another person be better than them only unless they're their father. You know, I feel like if you're really in the community, if you're really coaching these kids up, if you're really trying to like, you know, inspire them to be good fathers, good human beings, good husbands one day, then you would want a kid to do better than you did. You know what I'm saying? You would want, even if it's not your blood kid. You know, that's how I see it. So I just wanted to say that, like, you know what I mean? So because that's what we need, more coaches and more guys that want to see somebody do better than them. You know, that's how I feel about that.
One thing I do know, if you don't have anything going on within the next 5 to 8 years with your daughter, and it's Zeppelin will be on the way. Hey, no, seriously though, because
I told my daughter she got to better hurry up before Rise catches up. Because Rise gets that bird, it's gonna get worse.
That's why I say that's the beauty of it. That,
Man.
you know, you all know each other. Y'all bait that bond, and he can see what you got going on and what you're doing, and vice versa, to the point where it's like, hey, bro, I need to make it happen.
I don't think Justin don't know this, but from the time I seen you you had your daughter and I had mine, all I thought about, I said, he got a daughter, I said, oh my God. I said, they're going to be battling against each other. I said, bro, they got 30 pounds. I'm dead serious. I said, she's going to get 6'5". I said, okay. I'm going to get behind you.
Man.
We're going to come back.
I'm going to come back, man. We're going to play in the Dust Bowl one time, man. We're going to play in the Dust Bowl. You know?
Hey, we're going to have to make it down there. Definitely keep us in the loop of the league and what's going on, man. I'd love to come down there and do like a live podcast. Even do some commentary, man. I love it.
Oh, he's a commentary guy, too. So you do commentary, or he do commentary.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Down there with you, man.
Y'all might as well, man. It's good. There's good vibes down there. Good vibes down there.
Arius, Justin, appreciate y'all coming on here. We're gonna have another episode with you, Arius. We're gonna do another one with Arius Phillips himself.
Well, when he can be on time, you know what I'm saying? We'll just let the camera roll and he'll just come in.
Appreciate y'all coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, we got apparel, we got hood. We got the hoodies on today. We got hoodies. You can get them in black or red, or any high school color you want them in. Stand on it. We will have a new logo coming out here soon.
Already.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, I want to thank Mr. Miller, Mr. Phelps. I'm your host, Byron Gaither.
Oh, I'm beside, man. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.
Stand on it.